Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Black Lightning Season 4, Episode 12. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Can we appreciate the fro before we get into this video? When I was, fluffing it out in the mirror, it did not look right, but on my viewfinder, it looks like it is froing for real, and I'm appreciating that. And I'm gonna be so mad when I go to the editing and it's like, you thought it looked like this, but it really looked like that. So I'm just gonna appreciate for the time right now that my fro is froing, because my hair is several different textures. The back over here on the left, straight, so it don't want to fro like it want to, but I appreciate it is cooperating as of right now. Now y'all, I have a theory that season 4, when they wrote things out, season 4 was not supposed to be the last season because things aren't adding up. Why would we give, Thunder a whole new suit and she's worn it maybe once? Why do we have like new sets and things? And if we were just gonna do this for one this last season, it's not. I'm assuming the way things are playing out that it was supposed to be a season 5, and they were halfway done with the season, and as far as filming, and it's like, oh snap, we're gonna be done now, what we gonna do? It's like it's too many things left on the table, in my opinion. That's how I feel. I think Married to the Real, I believe Tasha and Trey, they said the same things, like this maybe wasn't supposed to be the last season, but let's get into it. New Jennifer feels that it is her fault that Uriah is dead. Tobias already told her that he would take anybody out who she cared about as long as she was still out here being lightning. So she's under this, it's my fault. And I was like, that is so messed up. Like, y'all gonna, another person that she cared about got shot in front of her behind some mess that Tobias done. Well, Jefferson finally, confesses to her that he was there and saw Tobias kill his father. He was up under the bed. He was hiding. Jefferson's father was about to expose Tobias for the thug that he was, and Tobias killed him, shoved papers down his throat, and beat him. And he only survived because he was hiding under the bed and didn't make a noise. Of course, if he had said something, Tobias he has no problem with doggone hurting children. Y'all see he doggone ripped Khalil's new spine out of his back. So it's like, clearly he does not care about who he hurts. So she's like, this right here is like another reason why I want to kill Tobias. She wants to take Tobias from this world. She wants him in the arms of the angels. Preferably, she's the one that does it. So, Tobias has another hologram meeting. Is it holograms or are the people like transporting to his room? It's hard for me to tell, but for some reason, it reminds me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I don't know why. Every time I see that, I guess because, the hologram was kind of futuristic, and Bill and Ted, when they went to the future, they were seeing those people, and it was like, be good to each other, or whatever they said. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. That's what it reminded me of. Well, they let him know, your invitation has been rescinded because lightning's still out here lightning. Somehow, some shadowy, if the person was invisible, then they became shadowy and ends up kidnapped one of them. So now Tobias, he is on top. I was like, oh, really? He brags about how he controls he brags how he controls who gets meta powers and who doesn't. So y'all bow down and pledge loyalty to me. So now Tobias is in charge of the evil corporation, the super villain evil corporation. They should have left Tobias where he was at, looking like a California raisin. I don't know why we gonna blame Jen. And she was on, not Jen, but Lynn was on the green lightning, and she was not exactly in her right state of mind. But in what world was letting Tobias out a good thing? This man killed your father-in-law. Been trying to kill your husband for the last 20 years. Now going and threaten your children. Part-time threaten you. It's been a menace to society since he was doggone it of this world probably. And you thought, let me help this fool out. Question. Why and how does Jefferson have not only Tobias's phone number, but it's saved in his phone, and Tobias has Jefferson's number saved in his phone? Why? Tobias Well, Jefferson Pierce. Confused. So, as Khalil / Painkiller. Now let me stop right here. I know I had said a few reviews back that I was not interested in, a Khalil spinoff. I am here for one now. The back and forth between Khalil and Painkiller, it is what's getting me through this show. I'm telling you. I know Khalil wants to get rid of Painkiller. But I like Painkiller for some reason. I don't know what it is. But some reason watching shows, I'm always rooting for the bad guy. Well, not always, because Tobias could still be a California raisin. Odell, he could have still been, getting it from all the family. But anyway, like on The Wire, I loved Avon Barksdale. I love, what is his name? Omar. Those were the people I were rooting for, even though I shouldn't have been rooting for them. Here, Painkiller. I love the interaction between Khalil and Painkiller. If y'all have a show about Khalil, please keep Painkiller in it. But anyway, they are transferring. I did notice last week after watching somebody's reaction to Black Lightning that she was using her silver hands to get inside of Khalil's mind. That was it. I didn't realize that until after the fact. But I was like, how is she in their house? She was in their mind. That's how she was fighting both of them. Was totally confused. But anyways, they're transferring Looker. And Super Assassin dude pops up ready to get his Super Assassin on. Well, it's a fight scene, him, Khalil, Super Assassin dude, Khalil, Painkiller, bam, bam, boom, flip, punch, fight, sword, all those things. And Painkiller grabs the sword, which I'm like, Chad, I'm about to doggone fall out of a paper clip. I hit my elbow, almost took me out. You over grabbing whole swords? And he was like, ha ha ha. And then he hit him in the head, and he's like, you cheated. I'm like, because he got the poison in his blood and all that stuff. So when he got cut and dude got cut, the poison went into him. He talking about some, you cheated. I didn't know when we're in fight mode and we're trying to take each other out that there were rules. Because if we play in that game, you shouldn't have been able to have a sword because Khalil / Painkiller did not have no weapon. He beat you with your own weapon and a little bit of his, venomous powers and all that stuff. Well, Khalil turns Looker over to Detective Hassan, getting his name, putting some respect on it. And the other dude that, Looker had, taken control over. The one that, arrested Jefferson and all that other stuff. And let me make sure I didn't skip past stuff, because I am known in these streets for doing it. Well, Jen took herself up into the ionosphere again, so she can get enough energy so she can doggone it, get rid of Red. So, they fighting. She's like, oh, I don't have enough energy. He's up there smiling, and she zoop and like knocked the bracelet off him. So now he can no longer use his powers, and she zaps him up real good. He only told them, please don't hurt me. You doggone it took out this whole child last episode. He in the arms of the angels. And you talking about some, please don't hurt me. See, you're not so big and bad without your meta powers, are you, child? So, New Lightning delivers Red over there to Chief Lopez. She's like, he the one that killed, he's the one that made sure that Uriah was in the arms of the angel. The evidence is on the disk drive around his neck. She was like, I'm gonna take you out, and all metas need to be wiped out from this world. She's like, you being recorded, sis. I hope you know that. So, do you want to be a good guy or you want to be a bad guy? She goes back to the office. Wait a minute. Where am I? I think I missed something. Okay, we still right there. She go back to the office and everybody looking on their phones and they tablets like, you see her? Girl, she didn't doggone lost her mind. She get back here mad, destroying doggone perfectly good tablets. I was like, that tablet ain't done nothing to you. You the one out here tripping. But she went from... Wait a minute, I think I missed something. I did. Oh, yeah. Early in the episode, Chief Lopez, she puts Detective Hassan in charge of handing out the meta boosters. It's like, that's stupid. He didn't say that, but that's what his facial expression said. He's like, I know you upset because your husband, the meta powers went to his head and he ended up, putting your brothers in the arms of the angels. But, you can't blame all metas. That was something your husband was going through. I was wondering what her deal was with metas. Her husband was one, couldn't handle his powers, messed around and put her brothers in the arms of the angels. So now all metas must go. But she had like this quick nervous breakdown, if you will. She got the doggone destroying perfectly good tablets, and then she goes from all metas need to be wiped out to let me become a meta. I was confused as to how does that go through one's mind. I can't stand metas. Metas need to be wiped from the world. Let me go ahead and become a meta right quick. It was like that. The switch. Confusion. So Jefferson, he had, planned this whole, I'm going to go over there, meet up with Tobias, because Tobias is taking my daddy's house, and I'm going to erase his memory, because that's one of the things he has over us, that he knows who we are. He know I'm Black Lightning, you New Lightning, you Thunder, you Lynn. He know everything, but of course Tobias gets the upper hand, beats him up. I'm going to kill you. I've been holding this in for years, but, I killed your daddy right here. I took your father out right here. He was in the arms of an angel. You about to be in the arms of the angel as well. Let me shove this paper down your throat as well. And because I am Tobias and I am Raggedy, I'm going to call New Jennifer and let her know. Yeah. See, this is the reason why Uncle Gamby wanted to be there back up for Jefferson. And I was hoping that Jefferson was getting his tail stomped, that Uncle Gamby would have popped up, darted Tobias with doggone some kind of tranquilizer, some sort of neutralizer to get all the, the I live forever potion at his body and turn him back into a California raisin. I was hoping it. Didn't get it. Well, while New Lightning was up in the ionosphere, we see some energy in the background. Don't know how she didn't say it, but the energy was like reaching out for New Jen. Now I was like, so pieces of Jennifer is still out there in the ionosphere, and if she was trying to reach for New Lightning, but New Lightning wasn't paying attention. She was so focused on getting Red's tail. Lastly, Anissa and Grace, they blow up. Well, not lastly. I'm gonna go something else too. They blow up a building that had like all the. I don't remember them. It's not Markovian. That was last year. Monte Vista. That may be wrong. That all the information, the super villains of the world information, they blow that building up. Lastly, Lynn confides in with Gabby's new boo thing. Now, I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. She's like, well, my family is matter. I trust, Uncle Gamby with my life. We've been cool since he been there since before I was here. So if he trusts you, I trust you. I'm hoping we can trust her. She showed that we can trust her so far. So hopefully that doesn't like next week's episode, which is the series finale, we find out that she can't be trusted. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free $3.99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face. Puts up a video. You can click on it. You can like it and share it with your people, or you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do, and tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.